from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We'll see Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
It wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield. Push it a little.
And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. Shaquille Barrett leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And just like that, it's third down. Working from the gun, Lance. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
And when you review his performance last week in the game in total, I think that he understands and his team understands they were fortunate to get out there with a victory because he was a little tentative out there and didn't throw a touchdown pass. And if I'm this defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Brady now on first down. And this one caught by Cameron Brady. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves,
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Looking to throw. Brady. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Yeah, the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have the 49ers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. It's Mitchell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. Mitchell. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 24, Brady. Pass incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we...
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Throwing now is Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie,
You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Trey Lance and the 49ers set to go back on offense here. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage. It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And Lance now to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Now Lance going to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a dump off here complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He finds Howard complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Brady to throw again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, I can say he's looked pretty good to this point. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. 7 yards the pickup there. Throwing again on second down. Lance. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Lance now on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lance a give now to Sermon. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship game next. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back to quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And he slings one that's incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Drops this underneath, it's Mitchell. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Brady going to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. Time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking sideline, incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now Brady. They're targeting Godwin once more, this time complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down, it's Mitchell, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
They faked the handoff. Now Lance. And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Lance.
Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a give right side. It's Mitchell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown 49ers! From 8 yards out. And the Niners are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. But that makes this a two-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. On first down, Brady. And incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing on first down is Brady. He completes it to Evans. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Brady again. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Brady.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Miller. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Finding Miller once more, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Keeps himself upright. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Leonard Fournette.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Brady's going to look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Mitchell. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
So here's Brady and the Bucs.
Down 14-11, just over a minute 40 to play. A field goal could get this playoff game to overtime, but this crowd, they are going to make it tough as they line up 1st and 10.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Brady to throw. There's Evans again, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To throw is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Mosley that time able to knock it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Suckup for the Buccaneer field goal.
This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember the rules.
Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams...
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's caught by Howard. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the west.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis.